Hello and welcome to Life at Sparrows End. The first video that I'm going to put out on this channel is going to be a garden tour, so I'm going to show you around all of the mess and tell you about all of the projects and things I'm hoping to complete this year. And if nothing else, it will make you feel better about your own garden. So I'm going to take us right up to the top of the garden by the house, and then we're just going to walk our way down, and I'm going to talk you through everything that I'm showing you. You can see in front of me that I've got some fence panels that I've started painting. These ones are in a cuprinol shades grey, and we come over here. I've got this one left to do, and then a small one down there. And so this section here is just all concrete. Everything needs tidying, painting, sorting out. The back of the house needs repainting. I want to sort out the windowsills first though, because I can do that myself. And then this area here becomes, a bit later on in the year, it just becomes an area that we sit in and stuff, but at the moment it's a bit of a workstation. So I've got some crockery and things here, some broken stuff that I will smash up and use as crocks in the bottom of pots and things. There's another one here. This is where I've got some seeds growing. I've showed you those in the vlog, so there's some carrots coming up in there, some radishes and some spinach. What happened here was I realised that I had two sets of neighbours on either side who were eating their breakfast while I was recording, and I felt really self-conscious, so I thought I would just talk you through the rest of it as a little voiceover. So like I said, this is what becomes a little seating area, but at the moment it's full of junk. It's full of lots of jobs that need doing. It needs sweeping, lots of things need pruning back. It needs the base of this pergola needs a good scrub down and wash, as does all of the garden furniture. I quite often grow things along the side there, up the trellis, but it's really just like a workstation. I do a lot of my potting up around the house. There's a beautiful honeysuckle and a kibia that grow up that side of the pergola, and there's a couple of things on the left hand side that I'm showing you now, but they need sorting out basically because they're not doing very well at the moment. I've got my ladders out because I'm chopping across the top of some hedging and I'm cutting the tops of some trees down. There's a little plastic cold frame come greenhouse there that I will start to plant up with seeds. This right hand side section here is just full of debris and mess that needs sorting, and then here on the left hand side you can see I've started pruning everything back. The buddleia has been pruned back. Quite a lot of the mess has been sorted out at the front here. There's some white strawberries mixed in with a eucalyptus tree, some little firs, all sorts of different things going on here, and some beautiful bluebells at the back, which will come out fairly soon. And that plant there is an absolute monster, and I forget what it's called, but that has been pruned back quite hard. And this section that I'm just showing you here, that bit of hedging where you can see into the neighbour's garden, that fills out. Okay, so I'll start talking again properly on camera just because there are some people out having their breakfast at the bit that I was filming near the house, so I will do a little voiceover to go with that. Anyway, so we're part way down this shingle path. The camera's really struggling to handle the bright morning sunlight, but you can see if I turn it back, you can see that I've tidied and pruned back and sort of sorted out this section here. There's a little bare section there that I'm probably going to plant some spinach and Swiss chard in, because I have a tendency to mix up vegetables and flowers and lots of things together. This section here then, just walking backwards down the path, this section here then has got some lovely bits in it, but you can see it's really overgrown and it needs tidying and sorting out. And then this patch here is mainly just weeds, but that, once I've cleared it of weeds, will be a really great place to start growing some more crops. Over on this side, the part that I was showing you, you can see now I've rescued one of my little mini poly greenhouse thingamajigs, and I will start to grow some seeds in there this week. The ladders are out because I have got a section, the top here, a section there that needs cutting down amongst the hedging. and I will then bring it down here because I've actually got to cut the top part of that down there, because that has grown far too tall. There are some lilies here as well that I could do with digging some of them up, because they're really horrible ones. They smell disgusting. I don't know if you've heard of stinking lilies. Look it up, they're not very nice, and the flowers don't last very long either, so they are really, really difficult to dig up though. But I thought I would keep sort of like one lot of them, but then this extra bit here and then this sort of second clump here, I thought I would dig those out. The whole of this path, so this all needs tidying and sorting. There's some nigella forget-me-nots, there's a load of strawberries and things along there as well that I need to dig up and put into some pots ready to move them somewhere else in the garden. I'm going to continue coming down backwards for a moment. What else can I show you? Yeah, there's some really lovely plants and things along here, but I haven't even started tackling this side of the garden yet, so all of that needs tidying and sorting, and sort of like this clump here onwards needs sorting on that side. And actually the path when that's cleared up is a lovely winding shingle path with these bits of so the original path was just a lump of like concrete, and it was straight down the side here, so all of that broken up is what's made the edging. I am a very, very frugal gardener. I try not to spend very much at all. In fact, the most money I probably spend is on seeds and compost and stuff like that. This is, again, it's a bit bright, but this is this is an apple tree. It's pretty prolific every year, and it has a beautiful rambling rose. That's the one, not a climbing rose. It's a rambling rose that goes up into the tree, and it's one that my late nan bought me. I went to visit her one day, and we went to a garden centre, and she just wanted to buy me something, and I chose that particular rose. She was a huge fan of roses, so I absolutely love it when that comes into bloom. This section here is just brambles, everyone. It's just brambles and rubbish, and look, we're getting into really, really rubbishy territory. So there is a bird table here that could do with a coating of cuprinol and rescuing and putting somewhere else in the garden. Again, it's very, very bright here. Probably should have filmed this at a different time. We'll remember that for next time. Anyway, this section here that is filled with rubbish is, I want to basically take all of this up and turn that into a vegetable plot. There is trees in my neighbour's garden, and I want to cut back all of the bits that overhang into my garden, just so that this gets a little bit more light. There's a load of old broken up wood here that I'm either going to burn, or if it's any good, I might make some raised beds out of it. You can see that even amongst this mess, there are things that I can pick to eat. So this is all lamb's lettuce that has self-seeded from last year. So I'm picking that up and eating it at the moment. And an old barbecue. This is the bit that you'll see me working on probably in my vlogs and things, because this section here I'm turning into a new vegetable plot. This bit here where there are some slabs, I think there must have been many years ago, long before my time in this garden, probably a cold frame or something along here. But anyway, so I'm clearing this of rubbish, and then on here I will put raised beds, planters, pots, and kind of grow vegetables in this section as well. And then if we look back over here, you can see how it's going to be vegetable plot here, pots and bits and pieces here, also growing fruit and veg. And then this, so the path is really hard to show this, but I'm trying. So the path that comes down here is going to curve again and sort of come round into this space here, and it will curve round. I'll do this as just like a corner bed, so there'll be a corner there that I grow stuff in. An area here on the slabs, I would love to raise them and level them, but I don't think that's going to be good for this year. I think I just want to use the space, put some pots, grow some stuff, and I will level those out next year. Yeah, so there'll be corner vegetable plot here, this almost bit here kind of connecting and then a section here which will be a veg plot. And then you can see that all down this border here, this all needs tidying up. Also what happens by the end of spring is that this all thickens up, so you get a little bit more privacy. Having said that, it doesn't get very tall, so I would like to plant some more hedging that will actually grow up sort of closer to the height of the rest of the hedging, just for some sort of long-term privacy in this area. This is my bonfire heap, which actually is kind of no good to me at the moment because we're not allowed to have bonfires, the council have said, in case it aggravates anyone with coronavirus symptoms and sort of aggravates their lungs or anything, so that's fair enough. So I've got bonfire here. There's another little kind of cold frame thing here that needs rescuing. I might put that onto those, oh god, it's gone really bright again, sorry about this. I might put that cold frame onto that concrete section, as I think it will fit on there really nicely. And yeah, the rest of it, guys, is just, it's kind of rubble and mess. And this is where I cut down some trees and some hedging and stuff last year, and I didn't have a chipper or shredder or anything to get rid of it. I now can't burn it, which was going to be the plan, so I've got to think about what I'm going to do with it. I'll probably have to chop it up really small. I might use some of the longer lengths just along the edge here to make a little bit of a fence, if I just weave it in between the hedging and all the different plants and stuff, and then all the side bits I'll chop up small. My compost heap needs sorting out as well because I've put stuff on there again that hasn't been chopped up small enough, so that needs dealing with. There's just underneath here this kind of burial ground of equipment and pots and things. Obviously that all needs sorting out, and then yeah, there's just more junk. There's more bits of wood that I might turn into some raised beds and things. Yeah, it's just all sorts down here because this has basically been the dumping ground. So lots and lots to sort out and lots of plans. I think this bit at the end here, it's just going to be tidying it. My main jobs are sorting out the borders and sorting out these new vegetable patches. So that's hopefully what you're going to see develop. There we are. I thought I would come back and talk to you face to face because I much prefer that. I also think it gets quite boring if you're not seeing the person who's talking to you. I find this when I watch other people's videos. I kind of want to see the person. I will do like another tour in about 3 weeks so that you can hopefully see the difference, and also I will show you just how I use my garden as well and how I enjoy it. So thank you for staying with me for this garden tour, and subscribe if you're interested in gardening, crafting, cooking, books, stationery, all of those things that I love, and all the things that are going to be in my vlogs and in my videos moving forward. So please subscribe, hit the notification bell and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and leave me a comment. I would like to know what you're planning to do with your garden basically, and also do you have a channel of your own where I can watch what you're doing, because I find videos watching people working on their gardens really inspiring. So yeah, let me know what you're doing and let me know if you have a channel as well, and I will see you again next time.